What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So this is part seven. This particular episode is part seven to Larry the Batman fan Christmas slash birthday special as far as these pitches I have now. I think in the previous one I said this that I think in the previous episode I said that was particularly part seven. This is the true part seven here, pitches like that. So within these hit type varieties now, within this current type package that I have gotten, this last episode here within these aspects. So within that particular aspect, that takes care of this particular vicious gift fair that I got within these set of rounds pitches like that. But there is another one on the way within pitches like that. So banging type Larry the Batman fan, definitely check out his channel pitches like that within these fairs. He has some hit gaming videos, including some new stuff about the old Atari from like the 80s and 70s, pitch like that. Some good type ordeals, some of these type aspects within the pitch. This is kind of a snappier type one here with some bona fide type aspects, pitches like that. So looking after it. Some of these particular fairs, this within these particular aspects is Gatorade here as far as these first come. This is Propel Fitness Water as far as these aspects come. This is the great flavor, so good excellent pitches. No, then these aspects is some good viciousness type here within pitches like that. It's dope that there's like some flavored water, some of these stuff aspects within these pitches, kind of variety amongst it. Now I will probably pass these on to sign within these aspects just to say within S. It's not any offense to the gift pitches like that, but I cannot drink anything apart from water and this thing. Even though that is flavored water pitches like that, my body is very particularly strict and kind of fastidious about the concept of me having particularly anything in general that's not water. This kind of pitch, even I weigh 145 pounds pitch like that. It's just the aspect to I weigh 145 pounds pitch like that. Those particular aspects of those days are over pitch like that, but still some banging type ness. I do think the family will particularly enjoy these gifts as far as these first game and like the drink type fair banging type ness. Looking after here. So being able to sit within these aspects, got some movies here within pitch like that. It's a good classic here within these aspects. This is Dawn of the Dead, the particular unrated director's cut as far as these pitch games. So it's good excellent banging type ness as far as these fairs going to happen, paying attention towards it. And yeah, just to say, if you're questioning, well, you say, oh, you weigh 145 pounds. I am 5'10" and a half, practically 5'11" pitches like that. So it's kind of fair. Basically, Crispin Glover kind of thin pitches like that. So I'm surprised, but within pitches, far as saying. But yeah, this is a particular Dawn of the Dead type movie. Some of these type aspects here within these pitches, paying attention to the format. Good classic type one. Now, I think I don't know if I saw this particular movie or if I saw Shaun of the Dead. There was a spoof that was pretty funny within those pitches, kind of within those aspects. It's been quite some time within these pitches as far as paying attention, but this is a bona fide type staple, definitely a 2000 staple as far as these formats going to happen. Definitely classic kind of horror bang as far as these first game, just definitely within those pitches, paying attention to some of those type ones. Goes along pretty well with like 28 days later, 28 weeks later, some of those type pitches, and other type ones, like particularly the Resident Evil movies, some of those type pitches. Good banginess here. Classic zombie flick. I think this is probably the aspect of what the particular series like The Walking Dead kind of stem from. Pitches like that, some good nice varieties. This next movie is a good, nice one within these pitches. Now, I have not seen this movie, but I did see like at least the first one within these aspects. The Chronicles of Narnia movies within these aspects, good type appeals. This one is the second one, Prince Caspian, as far as who's first going to happen. That's what the aspects for saying they had like a series of these, like the particular like they did the Divergent series, they did the Hunger Games, they did the Twilight series, some of the stuff pitches amongst these, some good nice fairs amongst some of these stuff aspects. I think originally there was going to be a third one, but it just never happened, which is unfortunate. It would have been some interesting type fairs, but just the pitch back, this good nice varieties. It's kind of some banging type aspects, just good nice kind of just homebound type staple pitch like that, good for like a Sunday, Monday, some of the fairs beginning of the week type fair. Pretty similar to like Night at the Museum pitch like that. Some good nice varieties as far as those aspects going to happen, but as far as those aspects going to have a good, nice fairs amongst that. There's some good, nice hit appeals as well. This is the movie Push as far as these first games. This says Chris Evans. This particular has Chris Evans, which is pretty dope. Dakota Fanning, I remember her within those pitches. Camila Bell, good, nice product, and Damone Hounsou within these particular pitches. Now I forget he was from Damone Hounsou had some particularly good movies within the pitch. He was in Blood Diamond, which was a real classic standout pitch like that with Leonardo DiCaprio. Good, nice bang type one. Do remember that movie. Some good, nice pitch here. So I do question about this particular fair. It says within the aspects that this is a paranormal thriller. It says within the aspects that this is a paranormal thriller as far as these first games. So good, nice fairs amongst it. Trying to see what year this came from. This is from 2009. Good pitch like that. Yeah, looking from the fair, Dakota Fanning looks pretty young within these aspects here. She's probably like 18, 19, something like that, 16, 17, somewhere in there. Somewhere in those particular fairs. But good, nice pitch amongst as far as these fairs can have particular fieriness with an aspect as far as these pitches can go. Looks like a good staple of one kind of within these pitches. And good, nice banging varieties get towards some of these type ones in the pitch. Nice after hours kickback to have some nachos, pitches like that. Some type fries just in the after product of it. Then the pitch, as far as saying the rest of these are some comic books within these aspects, as far as these pitches going to happen. Paying attention towards it here. So particularly if these don't show up, I'll post pictures of them within the video at the beginning as far as these first going. But this particular first one is a Marvel one. This is wild cards, drawing of cards as far as these first going to happen. Nice appeal as far as these pitches can happen. I'm not sure within these pitches about this particular one. Kind of looks like a sci-fi kind of Dick Tracy, something like that, with some of these type of appeals with like some aviation in there. Some type aspects. It's interesting type fare amongst some of these type varieties amongst it. Do question it, but looks interesting within these pitches. Good, nice fares. Some banging timeness here to get, as well as the Batman comic. This is Detective Comics as far as these pitches go. I think that's the original surname for Batman as far as these pitches go. I want to say within these pitches that Batman was not just referred to as Batman. I think, especially considering the factoid that this is, especially within the format as far as saying that this is number 648 as far as this pitch goes. So paying attention like the pitch, how many times 12 goes into 600, be about 60 years within those aspects for what's going to happen. So every month this particularly happens to be, and then you add 48, which would be 64 years. This would particularly be 64 years ago from whenever this particular one came out within pitches. So probably within those aspects, somewhere from like the 50s. If this is from like the 2000s, probably from like the 50s or 40s, pitch like that. But some good, nice banginess getting towards it here, pitch like that. Classic kind of Batman and Robin touch staples, some of these type aspects. Some dope artwork on here. Bat symbol in the sky, good pitch like that. It's good, excellent type appeals. It seems like a good classic staple within these aspects. It's kind of the aspect, good, nice fares amongst it. Yeah, there is supposedly like a new Batman movie kind of come. There is supposedly like a new Batman movie kind of coming pitch like that. The one that particularly had Robert Pattinson in there, which really does feel like quite some time ago, despite the fact, I don't know if it was 2024, it wasn't 2025. I think it was 2023 that particular movie came out. They've just been really, they've been doing those particular movies, but they need to get back on the edge type factor of pumping those out like they did with like the Dark Knight trilogy with Batman Begins, the Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises, some of those stuff fairs. They had a good string of those within those particular fairs. I don't know, the particular one with like Batman v Superman and then the Suicide Squad ones. They did some good they did some good nice ones in their pitch like that, but it just kind of felt like they just kind of, it happened sporadically. They just kind of took the aspect of like the timeliness kind of about them out of it within these pitches, kind of variety. Probably by the time that like the Batman 2 comes out, Robert Pattinson's going to be pushing 50, some of these type of deals. This kind of pitch as far as saying it's just stats where they need to get some of those type ones out and pitch like that. But then apparently Ben Affleck might be becoming Batman again. I don't know what's going on there, but pitches like that, some good nice varieties. But yeah, the bang toughness, this looks just like these Batman ones did, particularly back in the 50s, 60s fairs like that. Good, nice fairs. This is a DC type one as well within these pitches. This Armageddon, the Alien Agenda, as far as express. I'm not. Once again, I don't know if I showed this particular Batman one pitch like that. I'll go ahead and show this one again. There'll be an image of it at the beginning if it has a glare, but pitch like that. This one looks like it's from the 80s or the 90s. Then these pitches this is number one as far as these pitches come. So yeah, good select as far as these pitches can happen along with the excellent type fares. Yeah, kind of looks like a Silver Surfer type fair, some stuff pitches. Good, nice price as far as these pitches can happen. Yeah, they have plenty more of these to kind of get to it than the movie type aspect. This looks interesting type fairs within these aspects amongst the good pitches. So yeah, I would say, as far as saying some good banging type ness. So yeah, they need to have like those particular YouTube type channels that just go through some of those type ones. To be some good, nice pitches, just having folks, particularly. I am actually surprised there's not more comic kind of YouTube channels pitches like that. Just go through some of those type ones and kind of have like kind of synapse about some of those type ones, talking about the would be a pretty good, nice niche kind of get towards some of those type ones. Just seeing like folks that could talk about they talk about all those particular type ones from those banging type days at a good, nice fairs like that. I'd say good pitches. So yeah, that's particular fair amongst those packages, pitches like that. So part 1 through 7 within this parts 1 through 7 within the second package. As far as these first, I'm excellent banging time, just kind of get within these parties. So yeah, Larry, as I've been chatting with Larry, pitches like that, he has said within these pitches that he said that there's some more banginess coming, good pitch like that. So it's excellent type varieties getting towards this frosty pitch like that. So it's within the blistering type ness, paying attention to some of these type varieties. So I would say probably down the road when this particular gets shipped out, he has said that there's like some comic books left over to get pitches like that. So I'd probably say possibly by like mid-late March, somewhere within those pitches, around mid-late March, a little bit from now within these pitches, excellent type price. But yeah, it's keep your eyes peeled for that within these pitches. But good excellent price. Go back and refer to parts 1 through 7 of these particular ones. Good banging type nest, and the Christmas packages for 2025 are also in the miscellaneous playlist as well. So go to On top of that, definitely also go subscribe to Larry the Batman fan, pitches like that. Get him monetized, get him to where he can have channel memberships, pitches like that. So I said tough prices, get that bolstered up, pitch like that. But yeah, good extra price here, good bona fide listing kind of package here to get entirely.